Hello from Chattanooga for a Week 3 discussion of ELPA 6561. The first question presented was, which of the 4 Aspen Institute focus areas is most important to Chattanooga State Community College, or my community college, which is Chattanooga State? The 4 areas being completion, equity, the labor market, and learning. I would suggest that they're all very important, but that the labor market, learning, and equity are foundational to completion. And by that I mean our local labor market determines the types of completers that we want in terms of their programs and their majors. The concepts around equity help us to examine the types of completers that we are helping to be successful. Are they a diverse group? Do they match our community? And no one can complete if they're not learning. So while all 4 concepts are very critical, completion perhaps wraps them all together. Completion is important to our external stakeholders. We know that because of the Drive to 55, Tennessee's statewide initiative to get 55% of Tennesseans to have completed some kind of a degree. So we explicitly said, as a whole state, which is full of external stakeholders, completion is our mission. Chattanooga 2.0 is a citywide or region-wide initiative here in Chattanooga around some of the same goals. I believe that completion is a public good. We have some convincing to do, though, but if we improve the number of completers, we also improve the overall quality of life in our city. And as one of our presenters in the videos said, messages like that. 75% of guests reused their towel. That's the type of message that we have to create around completion. We have to make our whole community realize that more and more, a higher percentage of our students who are eligible for college are going to college. College is a default option. College and completing college is a way of life. The messages to promote to change behavior, both internally and externally. I think internally we have to commit to a whole system view. The authors talked about deliberately surfacing diversity. We have to understand why we're not being as successful in completion as we ought to be. And we need to look everywhere and talk to everyone to understand that. And as part of creating that message or understanding those conditions, I think we have some work to do where we can say, what would we be doing if we were retaining students? What would retention enable the institution to do? Externally in the community, I think we can use the messages and the work around Chattanooga 2.0 to answer the question of what does a middle-class Chattanoogan look like? But then we have to have tough conversations with our business and community leaders. The Chattanooga 2.0 initiative has already established that good jobs in Chattanooga pay at least $36,000. That's what we now have said as a community is a comfortable wage. And so if that's true, why are our business and community partners still pushing us to produce graduates for jobs that pay much less than that? And that would be an interesting conversation to have going forward.